I've been a bicyclist since I was about 5 years old, and since cycling has been such a large part of my life, I thought I'd make a short video of my own history regarding cycling. Like most kids, I received my first bicycle at Christmas. It not only seemed a rite of passage, but opened up the world to wider vistas as well. But first, those training wheels needed to come off. Most bikes in the early 60s were pretty standard stuff. 2 wheels, a banana seat, and upright handlebars were about your only options. But in the mid and late 60s, things began to change. And in my mind, it started with a movie, Easy Rider. It featured customized motorcycles and launched a revolution in motorcycles that trickled down to bicycle design. I still remember my parents taking me to buy one of the Schwinn crate bikes. Based on their color, the models included the orange crate, the lemon peeler, and the cherry crate. I was lucky enough to get the apple crate, since everyone knows that the red ones are faster. These bikes had a 5-speed stick shift as well. Aftermarket parts appeared, and you were able to customize your ride to your liking. I remember adding a high-rise sissy bar to the back and extended forks as well. A few years later, I started getting interested in true road cycling. In the 60s and 70s, Belgian Eddy Merckx dominated cycling, earning him the nickname the Cannibal, as he would not let anyone else win. Bikes started to mimic the professional race bikes, but finding true European bikes was almost impossible. Most folks still rode Schwinn bikes designed to mimic those race bikes. The top models were the Varsity and the Paramount. In 1979, a movie called Breaking Away was released. The protagonist was a high schooler who dreamed of being an Italian racer. Slowly, Italian and French bikes became available, and models such as this Italian Guerciotti were leaps and bounds above the Schwinn models. Japanese bikes were available as well, such as this Nishiki model. Things really changed when American Greg LeMond started winning races in Europe. Up until then, there were very few professional American riders, and any TV coverage was almost impossible to find. In fact, he had a line of bikes with his name on them. Road cycling became more mainstream, with scheduled group rides and races. Things changed again when Lance Armstrong appeared on the scene. He won an incredible 7 Tour de France races, but his image was tarnished when he admitted to taking performance-enhancing drugs. Not to absolve his taking of drugs, but this was and still is widely done in professional cycling. In fact, back in 1949, Italian racer Fausto Coppi, one of the greatest of all times, admitted that he used amphetamines as there was no alternative if he wanted to remain competitive. The problem still exists in most professional sports. But it hasn't stopped the enthusiasm for cycling. Bikes have gotten faster and more expensive, and folks still ride solo or get together for group rides. Cycling remains a passionate part of my life. When you're in the zone and your legs are pumping up and down like pistons in an engine, it's a fantastic feeling. I'm sure one day I'll have to hang it up, but until then,